it's going to be. There are some days I fear that most of America isn't going to wise up, and this is all going to get worse. And we'll deal with it as best we can. And we'll be here every day to talk about it and give you the opposing opinion.
So here's some footage as we drive down towards Mesquite and the Bundy Ranch. I have not driven this route in quite a few years, actually. I was trying to backtrack, so especially at the daytime. You hit a lot of it at night when you're doing that drive down there. But desert doesn't change much. It's resistant. It doesn't grow fast and it doesn't change, but it's durable too to withstand the wind and harsh winters and stuff. Tony's favorite lake, Walker Lake. Looking a little nicer today. A lot of times, especially in late summer, or later in the year when there's less water runoff, it has a funky color to it. And when Tony came down here 4th of July last year, it was one of those times. Here it's got a lot nicer, bluer color because it's got more water, runoff from the winter this early in the season. Rumor has it that it gets that color because of it was a test bombing range during World War II and afterwards, shortly, where they would test water torpedoes and airdrop torpedoes and stuff, because this is a munitions test facility out here at Hawthorne, which is coming up. And but also it's said that it's from the minerals that are from the runoff naturally from the land. So I guess it depends on who you believe. People go out there and boat and stuff and water ski. I don't know if they swim in it, but it's there. It's looking pretty decently blue today. Not it's like a funky green foam loam color in the summer or late summer. Walker Lake. There's also a nice little herd of bighorn sheep that roam up around here in the mountains. And every now and then when you come around here, you'll see them hang out here in some of these rocky areas if you're going slower and paying attention. I'm not really going to do that right now. But maybe the camera will catch one that I'm not looking for. You never know. Definitely a lot of rocky area off here to the right, and then up ahead you can see the mountains. The sheep like this area. Here you can start to see the warehouses here at Hawthorne, Nevada. Rows and rows out there towards the mountains, and some up closer here. And just many of them are still full, from what I understand, or they were at some point in time in the last 10-15 years, still full of World War II, still packed in the grease, memorabilia, what would be considered memorabilia now. People I know that would have been able to have first-hand knowledge said there was a couple that were just wall-to-wall old World War II Harley-Davidson motorcycles, stuff like that. Just old surplus that never got shipped out. It was put away in its, it was put up here as storage for a rainy day, in the Cold War, in the early days of the Cold War, in the early 50s and stuff, especially. And it's just cost too much to get it out of there now, probably, and it's just not worth it. Just let it. I'm sure they could put some of that stuff up for auction and make a pretty penny, from what I've heard is in there. Just stuff like that, cases of surplus clothing, on and on. But that's all the above ground stuff, and you can see the bunkers start off here to the right. They're straight ahead behind the tower there. That's where the bunkers start. Not nearly as used as they used to be. There's the base sign coming up on. Really, got really downsized in the 90s. Barely managed to stay alive. Yeah, it's just really more civilians work here now than Army personnel. But it's one of those things. We'll get on the other side of town here and we'll go buy a bunch of more bunkers on the way out. Now we're on the other side of Hawthorne. You can see there's warehouses butted up almost to the edge of town over here. Little water tower and warehouses over here. And they go off in the distance there towards the mountains quite a ways. You can see them up on the hill, kind of way out in the distance. That's warehouses out right in the foothills. Now we're going towards the big city of Tonopah. That's a mining town. Lots of mining history there. We should hit there before dark, I believe. And off in that direction, that's where you can start to see the bunkers out there. And that's where they do all the that direction is where they do all the munitions testing, quality testing on old lots, everything from CS, 50 cal. Everything you can imagine on that end. They're testing small arms type stuff. There's all bunkers out there. Bunker after bunker. You see all those little just bumps or little squares, rectangles, I guess it probably looks like on your end. That's all bunkers, used and unused. And they're just all over this area. You're going to see some over here too. There are little mounds on this side, just the way they're facing the roadway. It's hard to see them. All you're seeing is the dirt end of this. On the other side of the road, you're seeing the kind of the shadow off the little mounds. So you can imagine how many munitions these things can store. Plenty. Enough for a couple wars, I'm sure. This is just one of these places. There's several others in the United States and in the West, as a matter of fact, just like this. So you can see they go out that way. And they're on both sides of the road here, all the way out to the mountains start right here. See all these mounds, all bunkers, ammunition bunkers, munitions, storage, all the way out. Tons of fun. So now we're going to head out towards Tonopah, and this is the long stretch of the drive, really, until we get to the Extraterrestrial Highway, which will be dark. And this is the Veterans Memorial Highway starts here. More just bunker after bunker. Imagine if you had just, what one bunker would hold. If you just had that for your storage, you'd be set. That's all you would need. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. And here's an old dot mining town, and you won't even find on the map, I don't think. named Lunning. There you can see some old mining hardware. Left over, actually that's a rail stop, I believe. They came by. But remnants of the mining days. It's still a little town here. I'd imagine they probably do some sort of mining still by. We're not in Tonopah. Lunning. Elevation 480. For me to slow down. There's the big rest area. But just a little spot. Old mining stop that somehow managed to survive all these years. Keep going. People hang around long enough, a little bit. And sure, it's pricey and expensive and tough living out here. Oh look, cattle guard ahead. Oh look, guess what? There's open range cattle grazing out here. Who would have thought? On BLM land. I think we hit one more little spot out here in an hour or so. There's just an old pit stop left over from who knows what days. I mean, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. And buildings out here at this intersection of this highway where 6 and 95 meet. And you just gotta wonder, like, how much better were things back then if they were able to subsist and, you know, put up with like a small rest stop, you know, pit stop and small hotel there, you know, 50, 60 years ago. How much better were things if people, they were able to get enough business to thrive right there for, you know, figure at least a couple decades probably. Wonder if taxes and government fringe had anything to do with it disappearing or just having to go out of business. Now here we're coming up on the long-time mining town of Tonopah. Clicking in a little bit before dark, before the sun goes down. You can see just all the old mining roads and shacks and everything else around the landscape here. The sun's going down behind us. You see some, this is getting closer to some of the older mining buildings coming up ahead, or old town. $6,030 feet. Let's go California. Really old town. All turn of the century stuff. YouTube, moving right along. We are now Extraterrestrial Highway 375, and all that over there is all area 1 through 60, I think is the different numbers they use, but obviously area 51. And where did the Extraterrestrial Hawaii? Did I pass the extraterrestrial sign? I must have passed it right as I turned off there. But yeah, driving this road at night, especially. Alright, here we're coming in. It's only 11:11. Not bad time, I guess. Here's our exit. See if we can link up at Tactical Tony. So let's drive in and see what we can see. See if we got any surveillance going on.